This is why people disrespect you.
I can do math on you. Do you say the word trying? Like you're trying to do something? I'm trying. You probably say I don't know a lot too. When there's something worthwhile, something that will genuinely benefit you, that's something that you're not used to, you think maybe. You say the word maybe. You also use laughter to mask your sadness, to mask your anger. It's a coping mechanism. You also put other people's needs before you. Because of this, you experience burnout and fatigue. Most likely you have shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain, because you carry other people's weight, you carry other people's burdens. Because of this, you most likely created a story that anger is a bad thing, so you don't show people when you're frustrated, which is why you attract people that are emotionally unavailable. Then there's another way of being, because I could keep on going down that list for a while, but you get the point. There's another way of being. Let's say that you were raised by parents that were emotionally unavailable, that every time you went to show them your anger or your sadness, they pushed it away, and they told you to focus more on your presentation. They probably also told you not to tell certain family members certain things because they wanted to always look good. And I would imagine you probably argue with your siblings because there's a chance that your mother, who is emotionally unavailable because of the patriarchal society that we live in, has pinned you against your siblings. You also use laughter as a coping mechanism. You've spent so much time focusing on looking good, on physical presentation. This is why people judge you, why people quote-unquote hate on you, why now you're on this awakening journey and the people from your past don't click and don't connect and don't meet you where you're at. Because of all these occurrences, you're hard on yourself. And when you meet people who are more emotional, you feel conflicted about it. You want to show your emotions, but part of you feels conflicted because you were told or shown that that's weak and not attractive. Also, sometimes within this category, people are very, very hard workers, focused on making money, on having power, because they felt powerless growing up. Which is why no matter how hard they work, it's never good enough. Most likely because you were shown and told that you were never good enough. Which is why you have very, very high expectations of yourself. I could go on and on and on. What I'm teaching right now is emotional intelligence. There are feelings, there are emotions that you've been trapping, that you've been withholding, that you haven't expressed because you saw a parent and they told you a story and you saw a story and you created this story and you've been building it ever since. And people who've come into your life have been amplifying that story. And part of your journey is to see if you have the ability, to see if you have the power to rise to the occasion, to move past that illusion and to understand your sadness is dropping clues, your anger is dropping clues. And the reason why you keep on feeling crazier and more alone and more stuck is because there's this pressure building because you want to show your sadness, you want to show your anger, and there's that old part of you that was programmed and brainwashed by your family and by society to not show that part of you. It's time for you to show it. This is why when you travel outside of the United States, people look happier because money doesn't give you happiness. What does? Purpose. But how do you find your purpose? You let go of looking to find a purpose. You focus on loving yourself. You ask yourself, what would bring me joy? This is where it gets tricky because you're going to feel selfish doing this. But let me ask you this question though. Are children selfish because they want to play? Are children selfish and rude because when they feel sad they cry? Because when they're angry they show their anger? Is it different because you have bills and you have responsibilities and society says that you're supposed to be attractive? This journey is not for the weak. This journey is going to bring up how crazy you feel, how conflicted you feel, because you're going to start to realize when you go on this awakening journey how much you've been living for other people. But consider this, I'm having a good time. I'm talking with you because the younger version of me, when he first heard this, it was like, oh my goodness, a light bulb went off and it changed my life. So I'm having a good time being open-hearted and being vulnerable. I also understand 8 billion people are not going to see this. So the right people who see it connect with it. That's the power of being open-hearted and trusting and having faith. I turned pain into power. And I teach people just like you from all around the world, from all walks of life, all different tax brackets, all different stories and categories, how to love themselves, how to find purpose, how to let go of expectation, how to get out of the comparison game, and how to get out of looking for validation from people and get more into the intuitive space. Tap that link in my bio and let's identify which emotion you're blocking. Let's get out of that story that other people look happier than us, and let's get more into the gratitude space. I can prove to you that you're intuitive. I can prove that you have a strong intuition, and I can also help you identify in your own way the trauma story, the response, the illusion, the lie that you've been told, the story that you've been telling yourself that blocks you from following your intuition. And that's where all your purpose is, and that's where all the people you want to connect with are. Another option is I have 4 different series down below. Everything that I've been talking about is the power of you setting boundaries. That series is going to give you the best version, the most optimal version of who you are, and give you more consistency, help you build and develop your intuition, and help you become more observant around other people who mock, who tease, who do not align with your intention. Series number 2 is going to help you heal your own trauma. So if you're somebody who has days off and you notice how hard it is to be with yourself, or if you're in a relationship or have family members where they say something or people do something and then all of a sudden you become insecure, overly emotional, and shut down and feel burnt out and exhausted for the rest of your day, or if you were somebody who was told you're not good enough, hurry up, rush, and you just want to have a day off and relax, but it feels impossible, let's heal that. And I'm going to show you how to do that in your own way. In that same conversation, identify and heal your imposter syndrome. So if you're somebody who's entrepreneurial, somebody who's creative, somebody who came from trauma, somebody who came from toxic communication, you want to love and to be loved. You want to express yourself, but there's a part of you that feels like you're an imposter, you're dirty, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're unattractive, you're less than. Let's bring up that anger and bring up that sadness to let them know that there's a new story. There is a new way to perceive what you have gone through and where you currently are located in your life, so that you can have more momentum and more consistency and actually step into the space of I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be around people who see me as me, so that I can feel joy even when that light's off and that camera's off and I'm by myself. How exciting would that be for you? And if you feel like you're not excited about life because there's a lot going on, get the Manifesting Masterclass. Manifesting is clear or obvious to the eyes or the mind. So what we're going to do, and more so what I did, and I'm going to teach you how to do it in your own way, is creating a point B and letting yourself know that's where you're going. And anything that happens in the in-between spaces is part of that journey. This is going to help you let go of control. This is going to help you turn your life into more of a cinema, into more of a movie, into more of a movie theater, into more of a filter where you have gratitude, you have excitement, you have joy, you honor your sadness, you honor your anger, and you get around other people and it's your pleasure. You work like you own the company. You search and you do research like you're going places, and it doesn't matter that other people mock you and tease you or look at you, or actually you get more attention and you start to have more excitement and more gratitude. The old part of you would self-sabotage. Let's cross that. Let's get you past that so you can actually step into it and receive it, because you deserve better. And better is an inside job. Be kind to yourself. You got this.